3X Lex, Chief Product Engineer, CEO of 3X Tech, back with a blowtorch today. Listen, let's get right into it, guys. I'm here today to talk to you about quite a few things. First of all, I want to say thank you for all of the comments, concerns, opinions, criticisms, and all the advice you guys have given me since I announced this company a little bit over a month ago. You guys have been very helpful. I know it's a lot of supporters on this channel. I really appreciate the feedback. I've taken a lot of it into an account, and first and foremost, I want to say I've decided to change the option structure for the Dragon Slayer. There's going to be less options to choose from cabinet-wise, so it'll be simplified. It won't be the original 7 power levels that I originally decided on going with. It's going to be simplified. It's going to be a lot lower than that. It's likely going to come down to 3 or 4. I'm still deciding on it, but I want to simplify this as much as possible. It seems those cause some confusion. I don't want to cause anybody confusion. I originally started that because how I wanted to do it was I wanted to kind of almost make it so you could pretty much get specifically what you were trying to buy, you know, platform, PC wise, and what you wanted to play versus what it would be able to do, and what platforms it would be able to handle as you went up further system wise. But I realized that kind of caused a lot of confusion. A lot of you guys don't know quite as much about what platforms can run what as much as I do, and why something like that may be needed. So I have to keep that into mind and keep that into account. So to make things easier, I'm going to simplify that. There will be bigger gaps in the pricing though. But as of right now, I'm not going to re-release that option structure at the moment. But I'm going to try to get the price down as far as I can and make it affordable for everybody. So I appreciate all the feedback. I know you guys have had a very big concern about pricing. I mean, we all do. That's natural. But keep in mind, this is definitely a business. This is a for-profit business, but I want to provide the best arcade cabinet in the world for that. So I appreciate all your feedback, your comments, and concerns. Now, with that out of the way, it's a few things I wanted to talk to you guys about. First of all, I've noticed a lot of comments in the comment section. I think that's great. You know, like I say, I'm here for all the comments, concerns, and criticism. But what I've noticed is that at least since I've announced this company, at least 3 or 4 of these comments that I've read since I've announced this company, and I never noticed comments like this before, and I've been doing this a little while now, going on a couple years. But you know, it got to the point where it was beyond just offering advice or something you do different or whatever. It got to the point where it was just disrespect, and it's like, hey, you know, all of that ain't really necessary or needed. Like, if you want to offer an opinion or anything, or, you know, something you don't care for, or you think something needs to change, hey, that's why I got that here for. But we always want to remember to stay respectful, though. At the end of the day, we all adults, and I expect you to conduct yourself on this page like an adult. You know, I'm not going to post something unless that's what it is. If something's running at full speed, then that's what I'm going to talk about. Then that should be taken as gospel. You know, I'm not going to post something that's not running at full speed and say, hey, it's running at full speed. I'm not quite sure where some commenters were going with that, but it seemed a little silly. You know, most of these games that I showcase, I've already owned these games and played these games for years. So I'm very familiar with how they run. So, I mean, I'm not going to even entertain that. But as far as that and a few other comments is kind of concerned, all I'm going to say is everyone will act like adults on this page. And if you don't, and you have a history of just wanting to come on here and act the fool for no reason, you're going to find yourself off of this channel. So just putting that out there, take heed to the comments, but thinking you can come on here and say anything, this ain't the place for that. So I'm just letting you know that right now. I'm all for community and let's talk, and definitely offer your opinions and things you don't like or want to change. But it's gonna definitely be respect. That's for damn sure. For damn sure, it's gonna be some respect. Now, that said, hey, another thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is screen size. I'm seeing a lot of comments about concern over screen size. And 43 being the biggest, I don't know if that's going to be big enough. It's too big. 50's too big. 55's way too big. 43's too big. Listen, right now, we've been seeing 24, 19, 32-inch arcade cabinets forever. As of right now, especially since I got my Retro Plus, and even before that, maybe 2 or 3 years, these larger screen arcade cabinets are all the rage right now. They're definitely in demand. Extreme Home Arcades literally has a 10-month waiting window for their 50-inch arcade cabinet, the Megacade. It's like almost a year wait for that cab, and it's $6,000 shipped. $6,000. So to say there's no demand for that, a large 50-inch cab, or no demand for a cab bigger than 43 inches, whoever's making those statements are sadly mistaken and are not very familiar with the market. Not to mention Extreme Gaming Cabinets, they're selling a lot of 50-inch cabinets. There's definitely interest in 50-inch arcade cabinets. Definite interest. There's even interest in 55-inch arcade cabinets. Those two companies are selling 55s too. So let's be realistic, guys. Another thing I wanted to say too, the main reason, I see a lot of people complaining about the 43-inch retro screen being too big and, oh, it's big enough, or at times it's too big. I've talked about this before, and maybe some of you guys have missed this video, but listen, the 43-inch Retro Plus, and hey, I love that cab. I promoted that cab on here. Arcade guys are cool people. And I've said this to not only to them, but I've said it on here several times. The main issue with that is the control panel is much too shallow. It's not nearly deep enough. It should be at least twice as deep as it is. The controls should be literally at least 7 inches further back than where they are. Simply put, you're standing far too close to the screen when you're playing these games on in a Retro Plus, and that's in addition to the overhang of it, of the box and everything. And that's why you feel this. That's one of the main reasons you probably are feeling the screen is too big. If you pull the controls back 8 inches, I'm sure a lot of people will probably have a different opinion about whether the screen is too big or not. The controls are simply too close to the screen. Why they went with that design choice, I don't know. I've been very critical of it since the first few months I've had this cab. If you've been following my channel closely, you probably heard me speak on it several times. I definitely talked to them about that back in the day. I don't think it's something that's been addressed. Whether they address it or not is not really my concern, but I need to make that clear that, perhaps a lot of people don't see, because I don't see anybody making any comments about the control deck, but I see a lot of people complaining about the screen being too big. Well, yeah, because you're too close. You should be an additional 8 inches back. you know? And hey, that said, I respect, you know, someone wanting a smaller screen. If a 32-inch arcade cabinet is what you desire or what you like, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with a 24-inch or a 19-inch. As of right now, my focus is going to be the 43, 50, and the 55. You know, what can happen later this year or possibly next year is certainly a possibility for new items and products. But right now, before I go any further with anything, is to get the Dragon Slayer out and get that rocking and cooking. Cabinet is still under construction, making changes. The prototype is still under construction, making a lot of changes, a lot of adjustments. Not really showing off the progress. I want to debut it when she's good to go. And that's when I really want to show it off. Until then, you likely probably won't see much of the cabinet. So when she's ready to go soon, I'll definitely be showing her off on this channel, of course, and getting you guys hyped and ready. Yeah, something else I wanted to say too. I've read a lot of comments about the audio. I mean, listen, I want to be straightforward, honest, and somewhat curt with you guys. The reality is this: the audio, I'm not looking to do what everyone else is doing, and that's put 2 car speakers in a large arcade cabinet and a tiny amplifier. I'm not looking to do that. You know, I'm looking more of a multimedia approach to the audio video with this arcade cabinet. 2 tiny cheap car speakers and a small amplifier isn't what I'm looking to do with this cabinet. That's not my focus and not what I'm looking to do. This cabinet is going to be different from the other arcade cabinets that's out. The feature-wise, style-wise, sound, audio, video-wise, it's going to be very different. That's my approach. I'm not looking to do I'm not looking to do what everyone else is doing. If that's what I was looking to do, the cabinet will already be done. I'm looking for uniqueness and bringing something else to the game, you know? I'm an audio guy. I have an audio background. I know how to make and put together amazing audio systems at very, very, very low prices. And that's what I'm doing here, you know? So that's gonna have to be respected, but the audio is the audio. The audio is not going anywhere, you know, and that just has to be how it is, you know. I hope you guys can respect that, but I just have to be clear with that because I'm not looking to do what someone else is doing with audio. I'm trying to step the game up and elevate the game, and my approach to hardware and what I'm using in this cabinet, audio, video, and to power it, is going to be a game changer, and you're gonna eventually see people following suit with this. As of right now, it's kind of like one of those things. When I think about all the components that's being used in this cabinet, it's like one of those things where you don't think you need that until you actually use it, and you're like, aha. You know, it will definitely be a big aha moment when everything is finally revealed, and more importantly, if you ever get a chance to use this cabinet in person, it'll definitely be an aha moment. So that's what I'm shooting for. I'm not looking to do what everybody else is doing. So again, I appreciate your comments, your concerns, and your opinions. Just wanted to address a few things. Thank you for your patience. Dragon Slayer still coming soon. You're going to continue to see updates on the software and what I'm doing, and updates as far as like what's going on with the cabinet are constantly going to be coming down the pipe until release. So thank you for everything, and most importantly, thank you for your patience. 3X Lex out.